Hey everyone. So this morning I was doing one of those random chord exercises where I just put a series of random chords into the looper and then improvise over those chords. And I was realizing I was kind of getting in a bit of a rut. So let me kind of demonstrate like the way I would normally do it, and then go from there. Yeah, it took me a little bit there to get kind of going with it, but yeah, kind of in this, that was probably a little more active than I would normally do right away. But kind of in a linear fashion with some chromaticism and throwing in those flurry of runs to kind of contrast the other rhythmic rate, and then some moments of just kind of some fairly simple melodic ideas. Anyway, so like that's kind of like what I normally do. For a while when I was doing this random chord thing, it was challenging in the sense of like keeping track of what chord was coming next, just because it was fresh and my ear wasn't used to it. So, but now that I kind of got used to this type of exercise, my mind's gotten better at kind of anticipating the next kind of random change and making sense of it and all that. So this morning I was thinking maybe I should start getting into I just started doing like wide interval stuff over this, and of course I've done wide interval stuff before. This would be completely based not in patterns or licks or hand moves, so it's a little bit slower than you would get if you were to do like a sorry. Well, I should really warm up before doing these. But like a pattern of wide intervals. I can't do that if. So let me demonstrate kind of what I was doing. Yeah, not great, but makes the point of like just playing wide intervals and trying to make sense of it. That's the hard thing, to make sense of it with your ear, with these wide intervals. Normally I would probably just do it as an effect, like. yeah, it's kind of some of it in there, maybe not even that much of it. And yeah, it's kind of a cool thing to throw in, I think, with the kind of more uh, kind of the seconds, thirds, maybe some fourths, some fifths type of ideas to kind of balance out that kind of intervallic scheme or that kind of intervallic, yeah, I guess scheme. And you know, I'm always trying to think about ways to kind of just push things forward a little bit. And sometimes, even including myself recently, I've kind of gotten into a rut with playing certain things, and even within those certain things, I am being creative, so that's cool. But just like forcing myself into kind of different zones. There's another thing I came up with this morning that I'll share maybe tomorrow. But yeah, just want to share that with you guys. You know, I'm really accessing that. How am I accessing that? I guess I can just see the right notes, and sometimes I'm thinking function, but you know, over that first chord A minor 7, I can see this is 2, this is flat 3, this is 4, this is 6, this is 2, this is 4. You know, I can see those spots, but yeah, it's not really like a pattern, because I'm not like any of the wide interval stuff I'm doing it's not like I have a wide interval pattern kind of worked out to make it faster. I think for now anyways, I'm just going to kind of proceed with this idea of like trying to just make sense of it melodically with the wide interval thing. Otherwise it could start sounding pretty, I mean, it could be a cool effect for sure, to take kind of wide interval stuff and do it fast, but that tends to, for my taste anyways, for what I want to do, it starts to sound a little too technical and a little too worked out, a little too like, hey, I practiced this kind of effect, and more kind of mechanical sounding maybe. So I'm trying to make the wide interval thing sound a little bit more organic, a little bit more like it's just, you know, in the moment, and try to make a little bit more sense of it in a melodic way, which isn't easy. You know, like the Beatles had a wide range of intervals in their melodies, and that was kind of, I think, a part of what made their melodies appealing, among other things. But the fact that it wasn't just like, you know, just half steps and whole steps, but they would have some fours and sixths and thirds, and you know, they really had quite a range of intervals in their melodies. So you know, I like the idea of that anyways, just the idea of having a wide range of intervals. Yeah, anyways, hope you found that helpful and hopefully inspiring. My my reasons for doing this, and just it's fun to just share what I'm kind of going through. All right, guys, I'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks.